Hi there, Neil here again with another review for Puzzling Parts, and today we're going to be looking at one of the IPP entries, Way. This is a very interesting puzzle I was sent after having a look through Brian Pletcher's review of the IPP puzzles. I saw this guy and noted that the chap that makes it, Dr Volker Latussek, had actually kind of said, can somebody send me some feedback? So I had a look at the pictures and threw a few comments his direction. Having done that, he actually got back in touch with me and said, he'd be happy to send me a copy for me to review. So that's exactly what I did, and this is what I received. Now, the first thing that kind of struck me about this, it comes in a fairly hefty cardboard box, and you get the 18 beach pieces with it. The first thing, as I say, that really struck me was the fact of the size of these pieces. These are not small. If I kind of pull one of these guys out, you can see that, hey, it's not a small piece, it's a pretty good size in your hand. They're pretty solid and they're really nice pieces. The beach has just been oiled, so there's nothing fancy here, it's just the natural wood that you get to see, and they're really, really nice pieces. I was very impressed when I saw that. So yeah, quite like that. Puzzle comes, at least the version I got, came with a puzzle card with 8 challenges on it. If you go onto the website, you'll find the link on the review. You'll find that there's now, I think, 27 different challenges on there. So designer is adding new challenges all the time, which is great. The kind of drawback I had getting this card was there's 4 puzzles on the first side, and there's actually images of solution, so that knocks out 4 of the 8. So effectively you only really have 4 challenges as it comes. But as I say, going on the website, there's nearly 30 there now, and more being added all the time, which is fantastic. So yeah, that's nice. Nice to have that. Taking the set out, this is described as a puzzle construction set, and it really does live up to that. I mean, these are beautifully made pieces. There's effectively 4 different types of pieces in the kit. I'll pull them out and let you have a look. So we have an L-shaped piece, so yep, an I, or effectively a standard column. We have a C-shaped piece, and an S or a Z-shaped piece. And those 4 pieces are the main bulk of the puzzle. The idea is to build closed circuits with the pieces. So the most basic is 2 of the C pieces, and they get put together and you get a closed circuit. So pretty simple. Moving on from that, effectively you get a puzzle with 1 C piece and 2 L pieces. So again, I'll go through these quite quickly. The solution's on the card anyway, so I'm not giving away anything here. So you take your 2 L pieces, 1 C piece, and there you go, you get another circuit. I'll try and lift that one up and let you see that as well. So there you go. That's the basic stuff. It starts to get more complicated after that. The next one up, effectively 2 L's and 2 C's, so let me grab another C, and I'll show you how that one works. Effectively at this point, you now can't create a flat pattern. There's no way to put a second C into this that's going to give you a flat pattern in a loop. You just can't do it. So I need to start thinking 3-dimensionally. So doing that, effectively we have to stack the 2 L's, and this is where things start to get a little bit tricky. Probably more so given that I'm down a thumb at the moment, but hey, I can work with it. So at this point you can effectively stack them up the way, and there we go, we get the same circuit. Now, as you can see with that, the solution that you get is stable. It'll sit quite happily like that, no problem at all. And that's one of the main selling points from the designer. He's very, very proud of the fact that the correct solutions all stand. They're all nice freestanding, don't need any extra support. I mean, if I take this out, this is what happens when you take things apart, they fall apart quite quickly. I mean, there's nothing on these are perfectly rounded pieces, there's no flat edges, there's no magnets or anything to hold these in place, they just stand on their own. The one thing that I do think would be really nice is if we just get a tiny, tiny flat spot on these, because it will help constructing these guys. When you come out of the simple ones and you get into some of the more complex shapes, so 2 L's, 1 Z, and 2 C's. So getting up to some of the more complex shapes, it actually becomes a bit more of a challenge to try and hold these guys together. It's not easy. Let me see if I can remember how to do this one. I don't remember how to put this together now. There you go, it's a live demonstration. Well, see, the solution doesn't really matter. It's when you get into the more complex shapes. Effectively, this guy had to sit in this sort of pattern. You're getting into shapes that are actually quite difficult to put together. You know, you've got to start balancing these guys on top of one another, and it's not simple. I find it becomes quite challenging to hold all the pieces together. It's just a minor gripe with it, not really a big problem, but certainly something that is a little bit challenging. Overall, it's a really, really nice puzzle. Given that they've expanded it up to, as I say, nearly 30 challenges, the last one was added yesterday as it happens. There's a lot in this, and the puzzles aren't all just simple. It's not just a case of create a circuit. When you look at some of the things on here, you're using 2 L's, an S and 3 C's, and it says the description is the circuit consists of 6 blocks, but only 1 L is allowed to touch the horizontal surface. So you're actually restricting the solution to, rather than it just being, hey, create a circuit, there are certain limitations to what you can create, and that really adds to the challenge of this. So yeah, I really like it. Good puzzle kit. As I say, the pieces are big, you can see that. I mean, they're not small in my hands. I say, getting the solution is not helped by this thing at the moment, but that's a minor concern. So you can get the kit if you go to the designer's website, www.ahmes.de, that's ahmes.de, and Dr Volker's contact emails on there. Email him, and I'm sure he'll be more than happy to get a copy to you. So, well worth looking out for. That's Way. Thanks for watching.